Hello, welcome to In Defence of the Traditional Martial Arts. I've come on here to give a specific troll a chance to come and talk. He's been commenting a lot on my stuff recently. I was going to record my video on why I think high kicks above the waist, are useful in a street fight. Because I tried to record it a couple of days ago, but realised there's so much I wanted to do with it, I needed to give it a bit of a script. I very rarely script anything I do, but I think this video warrants it. So yeah, I've had this troll for days telling me that I'm not a street fighter, which is interesting because I've never claimed to be a street fighter. I don't think they're going to show up. Apparently they live in the UK, even though judging by how they write English, I don't think they are UK based. Apparently they trained in Thailand for 3 years and are a pro Thai boxer but don't have any footage, and have only fought in 3 pro fights. Seems like a lot of effort to invest for 3 fights, but you know, you never know, could be true. I am more than willing. In fact, I've been in touch with other YouTubers. I've met up and had a sparring session with one of them. It was a lot of fun, and I am up for training, meeting up, sparring with anyone who wants to get in touch, has a valid reason for it. You know, I'm willing to go as hard as you want to, providing there's a point to it. This troll in particular, I'm not even sure why they're so upset. Well, I am. I do know why they're upset now, because usually I flummox trolls just by asking them what they disagree with, and generally speaking they don't know what it is they disagree with. They just don't like me. It's fine, you don't have to like me. I just don't get why you're going to invest so much time and effort in nonsensical comments to my content. So yeah, this person wants me to give them a time and a place where we can meet and have a fight. Now, again, I am more than willing to meet up with just about anyone in, you know, a drivable location for a valid reason. Not sure what this person's reason is, other than they don't think I'm a street fighter. I mean, what is a street fighter? Have I been in fights that have been in the street? Yes. Is there any content? Is there anything in my channel that says that I'm some kind of bad man? That I'm a real tough guy? No. Yeah, if the troll watches this, which I think they will because they've been watching a lot of my content recently, just ask yourself, yeah, like, what is it that you disagree with? What is it you think you'd prove by fighting me? Like, if I'm going to do something with someone, it has to be legal for a start. How are we going to make it legal? I'm not going to meet some stranger that I've never even had a conversation with. I don't think you're genuine. I don't think you'd actually turn up if I gave you a time and a place. And I don't want to end up in prison. Don't want to end up in trouble with the police. It's not a good way to go. I don't like seeing the inside of holding cells. They don't give you sinks to wash your hands. That's terrible. Yeah, so what qualifies me to talk about what I think would and wouldn't work in a street fight? I mean, for a start, do you need to have a qualification to have an opinion? If you don't agree with the opinion, move on. But for me personally, I grew up in, you know, my adulthood started in the mid to late 90s in a town where Saturday night entertainment part of it was going to the market square to get in a fight after you come out of the pubs. Yeah, there were always fights kicking off in the pubs. It was a different time. It was weird actually, because going back to that time, that I sometimes wonder, was it the influence of like the movies that were made at the time, you know, like Van Damme and the likes, because most of the fights were just one-on-one fights. People would fight until somebody got the upper hand, and then that was kind of it. There was an obsession in my town with who the toughest person was, and quite often my MMA coach was often put up there as being the toughest, and then somebody else would come up with another name. He wasn't my MMA coach at the time because I was doing Tai Chi back in the 80s. So yeah, I mean, I got involved in a few scraps when I was a teenager. I think everyone has. Does that qualify me to talk about street fights? Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Also, at one point in the mid-noughties, I worked on the doors for about 6 months. Overtime dried up at work. It was kind of a choice between doing moving people or working the doors, and working the doors paid more, and because at the time I really liked Jeff Thompson, I always read his books and thought that'd be a fun experience. So I went and did it. Didn't think it was the best experience, to be fair, and as soon as the overtime came back at work, I ditched it as quickly as possible. Did teach me a lot about de-escalation, and I did get to see a lot in terms of people fighting. Obviously there's my MMA and Jiu-Jitsu experience and the 3 cage fights that I've had. So yeah, that I think entitles me to have my opinion on whether I think kicking above the waist works in a street fight. Must admit to being interested in why a Thai boxer is so adamant, is so like really forceful in the defending of Adam Misner. Just in case anyone isn't aware watching this video, I challenged Adam Misner's UK representative to recreate some of the mystical magic chi power blasts that he does on camera. Was given a load of excuses, and then was reported for giving out personal information, even though all I did was name them. So yeah, now I get ignored. It's funny that. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here. What's the time now? 7:10. He still hasn't shown up. Sorry mate, I don't think you're serious. I don't think you want to actually meet up and do anything. If you'd like, could you just comment what it is you disagree with me on? That would be really quite helpful. I can respond to it. Anyone like my battle cat, my skeletal? Yeah, there's no one online. I'll stay on a few more minutes. What else should I talk about? So yeah, as some of you may be aware, I haven't been to my fight gym since February. There was a change to the price and structure. I didn't feel like I was getting the best out of things, so I stopped going. I give Chinese sword fighting a go, but most of it is learning online, and I've realised that I'm rubbish at doing online lessons, so I think I'm going to bin that after this month. I think I need something, because I go to the gym so infrequently. I'm starting to develop a bit of a belly now, maybe I should do a gym progress. Maybe that'd encourage me back to the gym properly. But really, I think I just need to bite the bullet and go back to jiu-jitsu. I'm probably not going to go back to MMA purely because I think I'm really not going to get my money's worth out of paying £70 a month for gym fees. And I know for a lot of you out there, like, that's cheap. And for the people that use the facilities, like the 6 days a week it's available, they're definitely getting their money's worth. But with the shifts that I work, you know, I'm lucky if I get to 2-3 sessions a week. Some months I don't even get down there because of the timing of the sessions and the timing of my shifts. I was hoping to get in touch with some like-minded Tai Chi people and get something kicked off along those lines, but there's no one watching these videos local enough that wants to do that. So again, if anyone wants to have a bit of a train, have a bit of a spar, have a bit of a play around, or as always with my challenge, if you think you can recreate some of these chi, sort of lightly push me and make me jump up and down like I've been electrocuted, feel free. If you are in the UK in a drive ball location, I will come to you. If you want to train, may I suggest not being very aggressive in the comment section from the start. Alright, that's 15 minutes, I'll give him long enough, I'm going to bed. Yeah, if you're watching this out there on, like, when I upload it properly, your move.